staying on the NFC side, the Vikings, y'all don't really need a makeover. Y'all need to draft a quarterback for the future. That's what y'all need to do. Because Cousins, this is last year. Ain't no telling if he's going to re-sign. If I was them, I wouldn't re-sign him because there's no reason to. I mean, what has he gotten you in these years? What has he been there, 4 years? I think 4 years. So, I mean, it is what it is, bro. The Cardinals don't need to blow up what they got going on. They're fine. 49ers, they're fine. Especially if this dude, Trey Lance, comes in and, he actually starts, actually playing good. Seahawks, y'all need to blow that up. Seahawks need to blow that up. And I ain't going to lie to you, that's one of the main reasons that Russell wants to leave, because it feels like he just has to play Superman ball every game. Every game it feels like he has to play Superman ball. Who wants to do that every game, though? Pat didn't even have to do that every game. This year, Pat didn't have to play superhero every game. Even that year that he had the 50 plus touchdowns, he didn't have to play Superman every game. It was really just icing on the cake at that point. So it is what it is. The Saints, y'all already really blown up. So it is what it is. Y'all can keep it going. Keep your rebuild going. I don't know what's going on with the whole Jameis Winston thing, though. I don't know if he's going to come back or ain't no telling. But I feel like they need to draft a quarterback still. You got Ian Book there. Ian Book is good. He's decent. See what he does. See how he develops. So that's the Falcons. Y'all need to blow that up. Falcons need to blow that up. Definitely. Matt Ryan can stay, but y'all need to blow up everything around him because it's not working. And, it's not like Matt Ryan is like bottom tier. And Matt Ryan is, you know what I'm saying? I'll say like he's definitely top 15. Kind of in the top 10, but it had to be like it's close. And then the Panthers, I don't know what's going on with that. Like, number one, I'm glad y'all moving off of Cam. Cam I'm sorry, I like Cam as a person, but you're not meant for this, like, for this whole little role that you have in these kind of NFL, this kind of NFL that's now, you're not made for it because you're going to get injured. You're not going to stay healthy. You can't stay healthy the way that you play. There's a reason why all these quarterbacks are getting taught how to slide. Like Joe Burrow, he's getting taught how to slide because we need you. So like you putting everything on the line on this one little play, yeah, it sound good. But now what happens when you out for 3 weeks? Now what happens when you out for the rest of the season? Now what happens when you out for an important playoff game? It come back to bite you, man. You got to play smart at all times. Like, you got to protect the McNuggets. Like, that's just really what it come down to. You got to protect yourself. And he doesn't do a good job of protecting himself. So that's really where he got to get docked at. I mean, that's pretty much all the teams I could think of that need a makeover. And I could say from right now, like sitting here, the favorites to go back to the championship, AFC, NFC, it has to be the same team. Because I don't see their roster changing much. And I see the Bengals improving. That's the only team you could say that possibly couldn't get back. But I feel like they're going to improve. They're going to get some free agents. Now a lot of people are wanting to go to Cincinnati. Had a couple more signings last year. Might get better this year. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I feel like it might be a rematch of last year's. Especially if Matt Stafford get more accumulated to all of the guys around him and Cam Akers stay healthy. Cam Akers is a good running back. I'm letting y'all know that now. He's a really good running back. He could creep into the top 10 if he stays healthy. So I gotta watch for Cam. Cam Akers, he's different. I like the way he runs. He runs smart. He reminds me low key of Marshall Faulk. He's just way less. He's way different build. Just a way different build. So it is what it is on that. So I say we'll see a rematch next year. So we're gonna shift over to NBA, which is currently going on right now. The NBA, I feel like is going really good. The NBA, it's got a lot of, I don't even want to say parody. It's got a lot of different nuances in it right now. The NBA is really like, I feel like the NBA is eating the most out of any other like sport right now. It's eating more than any other sport. So for one, the biggest surprise for me was the Heat being number one. The Heat are like really good right now. And one of the main reasons is they bench. They bench is crazy. They got crazy depth. That's what's gonna make them a really hard opponent in the playoffs. Whoever plays them in the playoffs first, y'all gonna have hell. Maybe second round, maybe third round, they might get knocked off. But first round, whoever they playing, y'all probably might get maxed out. Because this bench is one of the best benches in the NBA right now. So first thing I'm gonna talk about is MVP candidates. So number one MVP candidate, I'm gonna go down. Like I'm gonna go 5-1, or I'm gonna do 4. I'm gonna only do 4 because I feel like there's really ain't a fifth to me. But the first one I gotta mention, he's the lowest on the totem pole. That's DeRozan. DeRozan is playing really good right now. He had that 30-point streak. He's beat a Wilt Chamberlain record. He has to get clout for that because it's not often that we hear Wilt Chamberlain records getting broken. That's not often. So hell to him. Give him credit for that. He got a lot of credit for me for that. That's one of the main reasons he's on my list because he's folded into a really good team. Well, they wouldn't even. Let me strike that. They were not a really good team before he came. They were an okay team just with Levine, but they turned into that team turned into, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's gonna be up there with the big boys. So you know what I'm saying. The Bulls are gonna be around. They're number 2 in the conference right now, which is very impressive considering the teams that they got belong. You got the 76ers, you got the Bucks, you got I was about to say the Nets, but that's just ridiculous. The Cavs. The Cavs are really good this year. Don't sleep on the Cavs. They got Garland, they got Colin Sexton, they got Jared Allen. Like, that's a good squad. And I ain't gonna lie to you, this is one of the main reasons why LeBron has even got asked this question about going to Cleveland. Trust and believe me, if they were still trash and losing games, they wouldn't get talked about right now. Cleveland has a better record than LA. And I promise you, if they was losing just like they was losing last year, none of these questions would have happened with LeBron. He wouldn't have got asked, would you see yourself going back to Cleveland? They only saying that because the team is relevant now. They only saying that because the team is winning right now. It had nothing to do. A lot of people thought that it had something to do with the All-Star game out there. No. Read between the lines. Cleveland, as we sitting right now, has a better record than the Lakers. That's not a good statement. That's not a good statement. That's a terrible statement. Consider how much money they putting in these dudes' pockets. AD, Westbrook, LeBron. You putting all these money in these dudes' pockets, and they have a worse record than the Cavaliers with no superstar. There's no superstar there. Like, Sexton is still coming into his own. Garland is still coming into his own. You know what I'm saying? You got Jared Allen. He's still coming to his own. He just made an All-Star game. I mean, these dudes is puppies still. Like, really, they're still puppies. So it is what it is. The third person they got to go on my list for MVP got to be Steph. Steph Curry is always going to be in my top as long as he's winning games. Last year, I couldn't put him up there just because they weren't winning. But now, they back to the winning, so I can put Steph here now. Steph is just different, man. Like, he's different. And I feel like not only, talk about him changing the game and all that, but just period, just off of what he's done this year. Just this year. That's all I'm going off of. He's top in almost everything you can think of. So, I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, when you looking at Steph, you can't just look at the 3 points. And I know it's hard to say that, but you can't just look at the 3 points. It's so much more into his game that y'all don't look at. Like, he's one of the best. Like, for example, he's one of the best players off the ball that we've ever seen. Off the ball, he's probably one of the best we've ever seen. And the fact that he has the ball in his hand so much and he's still able to do this, like, got to give him a lot of credit. I was going to put Ja Morant in this, but I can't right now. Just because of the games he missed and the fact that, Memphis, I don't trust Memphis. Really, honestly, I don't. I don't trust Memphis. I know they third in the West right now, but I don't trust Memphis. It's really just him and Desmond Bain. But I do give him credit for helping Desmond Bain come along, because I didn't expect to see this from Desmond Bain. And a lot of people don't even know who that is. I keep saying his name, but y'all don't even know who that is. I mean, he's a young dude. He just got there. So, I mean, I got to give him credit for helping another player along, but almost there. Almost.